So in today's video we're gonna be ranking some Dexter character deaths. I have picked out the most important characters and I will, be ranking their deaths. So what makes for a good character death? Well, I will be ranking these based on how well it fits the story, how well it fits the character, does it make sense, how good the scene is, of course, how shocking it is if you can see it coming, and also, the most important one, how much it impacts the story moving forward. And I haven't really seen anybody else do this on YouTube before with Dexter. I have seen it with a bunch of other shows, but not with Dexter, so I thought, why not do it, okay? We're starting off this tier list with Brian Moser. Now this death gotta go in S tier. I mean, it was super shocking, okay? I mean, it's like the first big death in Dexter, okay, of a major character. And it is Dexter's own brother, so the shock value in this death is like 10 out of 10. And it was very sad. The scene was very well executed, pun intended. I mean, it's just so good. I mean, the acting was good, the scripting was good, the scene when we see Dexter cry in the corner afterwards, everything was just so cool. Yeah, and it leaves a big impact on the rest of the show, because Dexter, we see it mostly in the beginning of season 2 when he have trouble killing again after killing his own brother. So I mean, it changed Dexter forever, okay? We even see him having visions of his brother in season 6, and this kill was just it changed everything for Dexter and the show. S tier, easily. Next up here we have Paul Bennett. Now this scene we didn't see, like this happened off screen, so we didn't see the death, but it for sure had an impact on both Rita and Dexter, because of this death, Rita had Rita thought that Dexter was like a drug addict, and then he had to go to all these meetings, and then he met Lila and all that stuff. It's the butterfly effect. So this death did have a very large impact on the show. Okay, maybe not at first glance, but if dive a little deeper, then you could see that. But I mean, there wasn't no scene with it, so that's a big minus. And I mean, I think it was a overall pretty good, death. The thing, I gotta go with C, okay? If we had seen it on, on screen, then it would go in B, but now it goes in C. It's an okay death, okay? Next up here we have a Little Chino. Now this was a incredible scene with all the plastic and the dialogue and all that stuff. I think that was one of the best kill scenes in Dexter. However, it didn't leave much of an impact on the rest of the show. It was just a cool scene to watch. It was his first kill since his brother though, and that kill made him go back on track. I think I'm gonna go with this one top of C tier. Next up here we have Santos Jimenez. Now this kill scene was okay. I think it was. Now, the dialogue was pretty good.
I got cocaine.
When he screams at Dexter that he's gonna kill him and all that stuff, and it didn't really impact this series, moving forward so much. It was just a regular good old kill scene, you could say. I mean, gotta go in C tier with this one as well, I think. So next up here we have Harry Morgan, and this death had a really big impact on the show and on Dexter. Dexter realizes that his dad, unalived himself, and that his dad isn't perfect. He couldn't live with himself when he had created the monster in Dexter and learned, trained him how to kill and all that stuff. So he couldn't live with himself. It had a big impact on Dexter, and the kill, the kill scene, the death was off screen, so we didn't see that. We only heard about it, but we saw the scene that led up to that death. It fits the character as well, I'd say. I mean, this one, it goes in A, okay, but we didn't see it. If we saw it, then maybe it could go in S. Now it goes in A because it had such a large impact on the show. Next up here we have James Dokes.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Now this kill scene was pretty good. I mean, at the time I can imagine that this, you know, effect when he blows up was like quite astonishing. It still looks pretty good today still. I mean, great character, and this death fits the character very well because, you know, he got captured because he, you know, couldn't let Dexter be, you know, do his thing, and he had to investigate Dexter, and yeah, that pretty much ended up getting me killed, okay, because he just yeah, he's a detective, so that fits his character quite well. The death had a somewhat of a large impact on him. I mean, it's like on the show, I mean. Dexter didn't kill him. Dexter was about to kill him though, okay? But yeah, I mean, overall, I think this one is a B, okay? Next up here we have Lila West. Didn't have much of an impact on the rest of the series. I forgot to say about the James Dokes one. Good shock, you know, value, shock factor in that scene, okay? Like, I didn't really see that coming, okay? But yeah. Now Lila here. No shock value in this one, or shock factor. You know, you could see that one coming. It was a pretty cool scene when, you know, she got the postcard, so the scene was pretty good. Acting was good, all that stuff. I mean, it's just a good kill scene. Not much more than that. I'm gonna put her right here. So next up here we have Camilla. Now this scene was very, very sad and emotional. I mean, it's Dexter's friend, and you know, Dexter, you know, killed her, you know, like you know, because she wanted to be killed essentially. She wanted to, you know, be with her husband, okay? Very emotional scene, very, very good acting, very what do you say? Poetic, okay? I mean, and this whole episode was about her death, kind of. You know, finding the perfect key lime pie. I think this one was very, very good. I must say a B, okay? And I think that, you know, Dexter, you know, killed not only an innocent person, but also a friend, and a friend of his dad. And I think that was left a pretty good impact, a pretty large impact on Dexter. Next up here we have Miguel Prado.
9 holes tomorrow.
And Miguel Prado, this death was, I think the kill scene was very good actually. When he you know, was on the table and he tried to talk his way out, and you know, we're brothers and all that stuff, I forgive you and blah blah blah. And then, you know, Dexter drops the bomb and says that he was the one killing Oscar, you know, Miguel's brother. And then he just switches up. And then Dexter doesn't go for the, you know, regular knife kill, he goes for the strangle. And, you know, I think that was a pretty good kill scene. And it left pretty big impact on Dexter as well. I mean, he didn't really trust people so much after that, you know. He was pretty naive when it came to Miguel Prado here, so I think that that made him think for an extra moment before he gets close to anybody. I think this kill, I mean, top of C tier, I think. Next up here we have the Skinner. Now the Skinner, well, this kill scene was, you know, pretty good actually. I was about to say that it's bad, but I know the character is not like a good character. I think that character was kind of bad, but the kill scene was actually kind of good. It was good choreography. Yeah, when they you know, were fighting, and he broke his neck and, you know, threw him at the oncoming police car. Pretty good kill scene there. He did have zero impact on the story. And I mean, the whole Skinner arc was just very, very weird executed. I must say This is a hard one. I'm gonna say D. Nah, I'm gonna say C tier. Next up here we have Agent Lundy. Now this scene was devastating to watch. Okay, it was extremely sad. Okay, the shock. You know, I was very, very shocked. I didn't see that coming. Okay, and yeah, good acting, good scene. It left a huge impact on the show, huge impact on Deborah, mostly. I think that one, it was very good actually. It was very, very good. I must say that this one is actually, this one goes in A tier, okay? It was a major character, a big fan favorite as well. You know, he came back to season 4 and everybody was super happy, and then, you know, he got clapped, okay? That was very, very sad. But a good kill scene, good death. Next up here we have the one who did it, Kristen Hill. Now, Kristen Hill, I mean, this kill scene, her death was pretty good as well, and it left also a kind of big impact on Deborah, not only because, you know, she was the one killing Lundy, but also that she took her own life in front of Deb. And, you know, no normal person walks away with that, away from that without, you know, being a little bit changed by that. But I mean, yeah, it was okay, this one, okay? It was okay. I'm gonna put her there. Next up here we have AKA, what am I saying? Well, next up here we have Trinity Killer, aka Arthur Mitchell. This one goes in S tier, okay? Not only because it's a big villain, you know, but also because, you know, it wasn't shocking at all because, you know, at this point we know that Dexter is gonna get the big bad by the end of the season. That's pretty much the law, okay? But you know, just the way that he lies on the table there, and he knows that he has the last laugh in this situation, okay? And he knows that Dexter doesn't know about this, and he just kind of, you know, lies there and feels good about himself. And I think the scene was very good, and of course it left a huge impact on Dexter, and we see that in the next death that we have ranked here. But yeah, just overall a good scene. What can I say? Next up here we have Rita Morgan, arguably the saddest death in Dexter. One of the saddest deaths in television history. Gotta go in S tier. Gotta go in, I must say, the top of S tier, okay. The shock value, like shock factor, man, that voice cracked. The shock factor, 10 out of 10, okay. I did not see that coming. I don't think anybody saw that coming. And it was just, you know, the scene was horrendous, okay. We didn't actually see the death itself. We just saw the aftermath. You know, we saw her, you know, dying in the bathtub. But you could imagine, okay. And this left a huge impact on the show. Huge impact on Harrison as well. We see that in New Blood much more, how Harrison was affected by that, but also how Dexter was affected by that. You know, he says that he doesn't have any emotions and all that stuff, but, you know, after this death, you know, he was just spinning out of control, okay? And it's something I think that he thinks about all the time. Just an overall great death, and very, very sad. You know, every time I rewatch Dexter, I always skip this scene, okay? I always skip this scene, okay? It's just, I don't want to do self-harm, okay? Next up here we have Stan Liddy. Great character, I think. I think this death fitted him quite well as well, yeah. Because, you know, he went a little bit like Dokes, okay. He was too curious, okay. He wanted to know the secrets, and he had to pay the price. We didn't see the kill scene. I don't think we saw the kill scene. We just saw the dead body, okay. I mean, it was okay, I guess. I must say like this, actually. I mean, I don't think it was super good. I don't even. It wasn't super bad, but it wasn't so good either. Okay, I must say D tier. Next up here we have Jordan Chase. This scene, I mean, this death is not like one of my favorites, to be honest, okay? One could think that I'm gonna put it in S tier just because it's a major villain, I guess, but I'm actually gonna put him in C. In B, I'm sorry, in bottom of B. I think it was a little bit anticlimactic. I don't know why, I just didn't, get any satisfaction from that. I don't know what more to say, okay? It was it was better than average, okay? Next up here we have Brother Sam. And this is very, very sad as well, okay? I must say S tier on this one as well. It was sad. It was pretty shocking. Yeah, and it left a huge impact on Dexter, okay? Because Sam actually saw a light in Dexter that Dexter didn't even see himself, okay? He made Dexter into a better person, I think. Into more of a good person. And he could, and he had also killed, people or one guy in the past, and then, he changed. He became a religious person, and, yeah, he helped Dexter quite a lot, and then, he died, and I think that impacted Dexter very, very much, and I'm gonna talk about that more in the next death that we have here, and that's Nick's death. This one goes in S tier as well, I think. This is not a major character, this is quite a little character, I think it was only like 3 episodes max. But his death was very, very good, okay? Because as you may remember, Sam, sent Dexter to forgive Nick, and when Dexter actually does deliver the message, he delivers the message, but it was very hard because usually Dexter kills people like that. But now he actually he was gonna honor Sam's last wish, his dying wish. And then Nick just, straight up laughs to his face. And, yeah, Dexter just can't control himself, and he drowns him in the same spot where where Nick was baptized. And that was very poetic, very poetic, you could say. And I think it was a very good scene, okay? I mean, and then, Brian comes back. So, Dexter just feeds into his dark passenger, okay? He just becomes one with his dark passenger there for a moment. The light that Sam saw there was non-existent at that point. He was just a dark passenger, and I think that was very, very cool to see. That Dexter, he can't really control himself, okay? And here we have Stephen Dorsey, one of the accomplices of the Doomsday Killer. Not a major character. I think he was only in 3 episodes, but I thought I include him because I'm gonna include his spouse here, or his wife. And yeah, I thought, well, yeah, I have to include him. I mean, this death was just, it is what it is, okay? D tier. It is what it is. He was just stabbed and all that stuff. Not much to say about that. But I don't know if it was his wife. I think it was his wife or girlfriend, something like that. This death was pretty cool, okay? It is Beth Dorsey, by the way. I think this one gotta go in like right here in B tier. It was really cool, Dexter saved the entire police department. She was gonna release some poison gas, and Dexter shoved her into a room and closed the door in the last second and saved everybody, and she got killed in the police station. And it was pretty brutal, okay? I mean, there were some blood, okay? It was pretty brutal, pretty cool, pretty unique death. We haven't really seen anything like that in this show, before this or after this. So I threw it in here because it's such a unique thing. Yeah. And here we have the Doomsday Killer, aka Travis Marshall. This scene changed Dexter forever, okay? The show was never, the same after this kill because of what happens directly after, and that is that Deborah walks in on the kill. Oh God. And sees Dexter killing Travis, and that changes everything because now she knows that Dexter is a serial killer, and then everything after that, just every decision that Deborah makes after that is because of this scene here. So this one has a huge impact on the show, and you know how the show ends. It's a good kill scene. I like when, you know, Travis wakes up and he thinks he's in heaven because he sees this, you know, Jesus statue, and you know then Dexter is there, and you know when Dexter says, you know, I'm a father, a son, a serial killer. That was pretty cold. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, pretty cold. I mean, just great, you know, great script, great scene, huge impact, not huge shock value because we know that he's gonna get the big bad in the end of the season. Yeah, I think this one gonna go in S tier here as well as like I'm gonna put it like here in S tier, just because how huge of an impact it has on the rest of the season. Very cool. Next up here we have Mike Anderson. Okay, now this was, I think he was like in the whole season 6, and then he, you know, got killed in season 7, like in the beginning. So he's quite a big character, you could say. Maybe not many people remember him that well, but he's quite a big character. His death was quite random. Okay, they brought him in for season 6 because he was supposed to be this guy that knew stuff about the Bible and such, and then they just killed him off after that season, which, yeah, not very fitting. Okay, so that's like minus points on that one. Shocking for sure, but you know, a shocking death doesn't make it good necessarily. If it's not done right. But I mean, it left quite a huge impact on the show because, you know, Dexter killed, I think his name was Victor, that killed this guy, and then, you know, the whole thing with Serco and the mafia and that stuff, you know, took place. So it had quite a big impact on this season. I must say, bottom of season. You know, I must say top of D. Okay, I'm not a fan of this death at all. Okay, but if it weren't for it, you know, having such a big impact on the show, I would have put it in F. Okay. Next up here we have Lewis, everybody's favorite character. Okay, I liked him super much, so much. Not really, he was quite annoying. I mean, this character, he was just, I don't know what the point of this character was. Okay, he was there, he had like a personal beef with Dexter, like the kind of never meet your idol situation, never meet your hero situation. And then he went to Dexter's boat and he got offed by Isaac. This scene, no, I mean, it didn't have much of an impact on the show at all. You know, the only thing that this scene or death did was that he, you know, told them that Dexter's real name and occupation. But I mean, this, I'll put this one in F tier, honestly. I was not a big fan of this one, sorry. Next up here we have Ray Speltzer, and I see here in the picture that, you know, his head got chopped off here. But yeah, it's Ray Speltzer. This one, he's not a major big character, okay? He was in like in 2 episodes, I think, maybe 3. But I thought I included him because, you know, he was kind of a big character. This death was hilarious, okay? Like probably the funniest Dexter kill scene in the entire show.
Feels good.
Yeah, for that one, I'm gonna put this one in. I'm gonna put this one in 8 here for sure. I mean, this one was very funny. Didn't leave much of an impact, but yeah. Well, very funny scene. So next Dexter character death is Sal Price, okay? Now, this death was... Okay, first of all, this character, he was just like in like 2 episodes, I think. But I think he played quite of an important part, so I decided to include him in this list. His death, however, not so good, okay? His death was like as good as his character, okay? I mean, what can I say? What can I say? I mean, I put him in a D tier. And now we have Isaac Serco, okay? Isaac Serco. Great character. His death was pretty good as well, okay? Pretty poetic. You know, he got shot, but then he didn't die like... I think it was like in maybe like an hour after he died, you know, on Dexter's boat. and he got to be reunited with his lover. I think it was pretty nice. I mean, I put it in bottom of A, okay, because I think all these other here. Nah, you know, I think I put him in B actually. B under Dokes, okay. I think that's a good spot for Azek Circle's death. Next up here we have La Guerta, okay. Now this death changed Dexter, like changed Dexter as a show, okay, and Dexter as a character a little bit, but mostly Dexter as a show and Deborah, okay. This death really changed Deborah Morgan. This death made season 8 what season 8 is, okay. This death was very, very good, quite shocking, you know, huge impact on the show moving forward. Great scene in the container, great acting, everything was just very good with this one, okay. This one is going in S tier, okay. This one going in S tier. I'd say like right about here in S tier. Yeah, I think it was very, very good. And very shocking that Deborah was the one that killed La Guerta and not Dexter. Next up here we have Yates, aka the first brain surgeon, or first brain surgeon, what do you say, suspect. This death was very cool, okay, very unique. You know, Dexter just stabs him through the bed, okay, with like a giant pole of some sort. I think that was very, very unique, very cool. I mean, didn't change the story that much, didn't leave much of an impact, not that shocking, but very good kill scene, okay. So because of that good kill scene, that this one actually goes in like right about here in B tier, okay. Very good kill scene, all the other stuff, you know, just average. Next up here we have, now I realize that this guy's head is also a bit chopped off here in the picture. It is chopped off, you know, in the scene as well here, but in the picture you can't really see who it is. But it's Zach Hamilton, you know, he was a victim of the brain surgeon, okay. Zach Hamilton, a guy with, you know, like, what was that? A guy with huge potential, okay. Like it was a waste of potential, this guy, because they just made him to be, you know, they kind of made Harrison after that was like pretty much like this guy. So I don't understand why they didn't just take this guy and do the Harrison arc with him. But I guess that the writers actually, they thought that they had made a mistake, and then they, you know, made Harrison to be a little bit more like Zack. But yeah, Zack, huge potential, wasted. I mean the kill scene was pretty mid, pretty average. Left not that huge of an impact on Dexter. I mean, in the moment he was a little bit like sad or shocked, but I don't think that he cared that much, to be honest. I mean, they could have done it so much better. I'm gonna go in D tier with this one, yeah. Next up here we have Dr. Evelyn Vogel. This kill scene was just, her death was just, it was not it, okay. It was very, very extremely mid. Did not leave a huge impact on the show. It was a bit shocking, okay, to be fair, but that alone doesn't make a kill scene good or death good. I mean, it was just why? They just brought this character, this very, very interesting character of Dr. Vogel, and then they just kill her. Okay. I mean, I get why they did that, because they wanted to show that the brain surgeon, you know, doesn't care about anyone. He's just a true psychopath. I know that that was what they wanted to, you know, bring out. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty, you know, scary kill scene, to be fair, and all that stuff. I'm gonna put this one in like the top of D tier. Okay, extremely mid. Now we have here the death of Oliver Saxon, aka the brain surgeon, aka Daniel Vogel, or David Vogel, Daniel Vogel I think it was. Very, very good kill scene, okay. I mean, this one very unique, okay, because Dexter straight up kills this guy in the police station, okay, on camera. That was pretty wild, okay? It was a very cool scene, you know, with the pen, like John Wick style. And then, you know, after he killed Oliver, he just steps back for a second and then he clicks the button, emergency button, and then waits like a couple of seconds, and then he, you know, acts scared. So I think overall that scene was just great, okay? Very cool scene, very unique. Left not that huge of an impact on the show. I mean, because just like some moments after this, he just left the Miami. But yeah, we got to see, you know, Angel Batista and Quinn, you know, reacting to Dexter killing this guy. That was something we have never seen before. I think it was a cool scene, okay? It was a cool scene. I put it like right here, I think. Nah, I put it here in B tier, okay? Next up here we have one very sad death. Deborah Morgan, okay? Deb. This one was awful to watch, okay? It had a huge impact on the show, like in New Blood, of course, but the show ended with this, so it didn't have much of an impact on Dexter, the original show, but huge impact on the upcoming New Blood. Quite shocking as well. I did not see that coming. I didn't think that she would die, but it is quite fitting that she would die, okay? And you know, it's quite fitting that it's because of Dexter, okay? Yeah, because Dexter tries to be a good guy, but in the end, you know, he can't protect the ones he loves, okay? He couldn't protect Rita, couldn't protect Deb. Yeah, I think it's quite fitting. Very sad though. Good scene, all that stuff. Very dark, actually. Very dark. I must say, like right here, okay, I still think that Doak's death is better than Deb's, okay? But yeah, Deb, yeah, I think this is a good... I mean, many of you will not agree with me on this one, I don't think. I just realized I have Speltzer's death over Deb's, okay? That can be a little bit weird, okay? That can be an issue, okay? I can already tell that. I can already tell that in comments people will pick up on this, okay? But you know, I have to do it. I mean, Ray's scene, it was just so funny not to be this high ranked, okay? No, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Okay, here we have, you know, the New Blood deaths. We have, starting off here with Matt Caldwell. Very cool, you know, Dexter's first kill in 10 years. Cool, you know, executed. Okay. It was like an improvised kill scene. Very nice. Improvised kill room. And great acting from both the guy that plays Matt and, you know, Michael C. Hall. Had a huge impact on the rest of this season. You know, this one was just like, without this death we wouldn't have a New Blood, okay? Because, you know, then this made Kurt, you know, go after Dexter and all that stuff. So yeah, cool, quite a huge impact and cool death, all that stuff. This guy was only in one episode, okay, but I think he did such a good job that I really remember this guy. For me, this guy is like a 4-episode character, okay, even if he only was in one. Where does he go though? I'd say he goes in B tier, like right here in B tier, I think. Yeah. But man, it was so cool, man. Okay, for me it goes like here in, okay, now there in B tier, like just kind of in the middle of B tier, not kind of, in the middle of B tier. Now we have Hannah McKay. Now this was not an on-screen death, okay, this was just a mention that, you know, now Harrison just mentioned that, so we didn't see this, and this one was horrible, okay, horrible. I mean, such a big character, and we only get like a small little mention that she died. I mean, that's horrible, okay? zero impact on the show whatsoever. Like, they could have done so much better, okay? I hope that's still a lie. I hope she's still alive and just Harrison just lied for some reason, okay? I pray for that. Next up here we have Kurt Caldwell. Great kill room, okay? You know, setting him up in his own trophy room. Very cool, a little bit creepy. And, you know, seeing the father-son duo in this one was also quite cool and unique. So the kill scene itself, very, very good. Didn't have a huge impact. Yeah, he had quite a huge impact, I think. Or had it? Yeah, I think so. I think he still would have, you know, gotten caught for being the Bay Harbor Butcher, even if he didn't kill Kurt. I mean, yeah. I could remember wrong as well here, but that's what I think at least. It's not very shocking because, you know, Dexter always gets the big bad in the end. I think this one goes in C tier. Okay, this one only tops Miguel just because it's, you know, a father-son kill, and that's, you know, a little bit unique. So that's the only reason why this one is in front of Miguel's. Because if it wouldn't for that, Miguel and Kurt's death would be quite equal, I think. Next up here we have Logan. I mean, justice for Logan, okay? This guy didn't deserve this. Very out of character for Dexter to kill this guy, I think. No, maybe not. Many people say that, but now when I think about it, you know, the first rule of the code is don't get caught, so maybe it's not out of character. I mean, he didn't want to get caught, so yeah, I take that back. It suits it pretty well. It was very, very shocking, and it had a huge impact because that's the reason why Harrison, you know, what happens to my voice there? That's the reason why Harrison shoots Dexter in the end, okay? Huge impact. With quite a small character. Yeah, his death is just... But this one is a bit hard because his death was very, very quick. But it left such a huge impact. So, impact-wise, 10 out of 10. Shock-wise, 10 out of 10. The kill itself... like 2 or 1 out of 10. So that brings it down quite significantly. I'm gonna put him here. In the middle of C tier. So yeah, here we have the finished tier list. Please tell me what you think about this in the comments and how you would rank these guys. I think I did a pretty good job. Like my main concern with this list is that I put Ray Spencer's death over, you know, Dokes and Debs, okay? I think that many people will question that. Call me out in the comments, okay? But I mean, it was just so funny. It was just so funny, okay? And, you know, a little bit, it changed Dexter a little bit because, you know, he decided to burn his blood slides as well. So I think, yeah. I mean, I can get why people won't agree with me on this one. But yeah, overall I think it's a good list. Quick life update. I have injured my knee. Not super bad, but you know, it hurts quite a lot, and you know, I have crutches and all that stuff. So yeah, now the only thing I can do is, you know, work out my upper body and make YouTube videos. So you can expect to see quite a lot of YouTube videos in the future, okay? Because I can't really do much else now. Just wanted to say that. Yeah, and please comment, you know, other ideas that you'd like me to cover, other lists, rankings and such, and like, comment, subscribe, all this stuff, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.